What is up, guys? Welcome back to our Digimon Let's Play. Now, I was off yesterday, so I never got a chance to play this. I'm hella looking forward to this episode. We're with Rena. We're going to find a boss that she's going to fight. Can't actually remember who the hell it was, but we're going to find them anyway. We're going to beat them up and have a good time. Okay, so I think before we get into any of the nitty-gritty of what might be lurking in this area, I'm going to actually swap around our party a little bit because as of last episode, we had the Phil, Puddles, Charlie lineup, and I think that needs to change. So McBug is still only level 10. I don't know if he should be in the party just yet, but we will keep one of our healers. Let's keep Puddles for now because we haven't shown her as much love. And again, we don't have a data type with us, which might be our downfall, but at the same time, Charlie's hella strong, so I think we'll hang on to this for now. I want Barbamon to be a little bit stronger before we actually use him because I'm scared that he comes out and actually gets one shot, and that would not be fun. So happy we'll heal up and actually talk to the shopkeeper because normally when a game gives you a shopkeeper, you know that some shit's about to go down. So before we buy anything, let's actually sell all of our extra nonsense that we may or may not have. So I think we've got some jewels down here somewhere, if I actually scroll down to the bottom. So we've got one jade. Oh no, we have 18 jades for 36,000 yen. Alright, we'll do that. And that is pretty much it. Alright, so what can she actually sell? It's probably nothing exciting. We need to actually buy a couple of these because I keep going to use a 750 revival capsule and we don't have any, so we have 16 completely like full restores if you like. So buy some more of these, and these little garbage ones we're not as fussed about. How many of these do we have? Let's buy another 7 of these just to be careful. I don't think we'll be using all of this, guys. Hopefully we don't get destroyed that much, but at the same time I want to make sure that we're stacked up and we have lots and lots of money. So at the same time, let's actually buy a little bit more. Medical spray. Now these are actually hella useful, so we're just gonna turn this into a massive shopping spree. Sprite recovery we have none of, so we know how much this or how annoying this can be, so let's stack up on these. Multi recovery we have 10 of, that's fine. Revival capsules, round that up to a nice 20, and then escape gate we have 71 of these. So I think that's pretty much us. Arigato, my friend, let's go. Not before we bang into a baby battle. Okay. I actually forgot Vmon was with us in this squad as well because Rena, who we met at the end of the last episode, I think that's what her name is. Is it Rena? The girl with the unnecessary attire. She's hopefully going to be useful, but again, Vmon in its current form, I don't know how strong he's going to be. Let's find out what we can acquire in this area. Now this part of the subway looks like it's been reused about 1,000,000 times. So we obviously know the drill at this point. We can't get through there without the ID card, so let's swing up here and bang into what looks like one of the globes. There's actually 2 in this area, which is kind of interesting, so maybe we're going to have 2 mini boss fights to do. I'm not entirely sure. And again, these little Digimon in this area are very, very weak and small, which I'm kind of confused about. Nothing down in the corner, so I guess we're just going to dive straight into this. And this will hopefully give us the ID or the IC card that will allow us to access the area down below. Now these little guys here, I'm pretty sure we fought against Digimon like this in the last episode, and I thought they were Gotsumon, but I think these guys are actually Meteormon. I'll have a look just now. Maybe when they attack, it'll actually show us. Yeah, Meteormon. So because they're this kind of chalk, kind of light grey colour, we can distinguish those from the Gotsumon. But anyways, Puddles, you're not going to do much damage, and you don't have much damage anyway. So let's actually just use Hydro Water to kind of get through this faster. And then Chuck is hopefully going to be a bit stronger here. Venom Infusion is probably going to one-shot one of these guys. Nightmare 3. Yeah, we don't yet have like an AoE dark move for Chuck. And I don't know if we're going to pick one up. We might have actually missed it in the move set pickup, or I'm not entirely sure. We could check the manual, I guess, if we were that bothered about it. But here is Galactic Flare, which looks like it's Meteormon's main ability, which is kind of cool. Speed Charge Field gets used on us a little bit too late as we're about to polish this guy off really, really quickly. I think he'll take a couple more attacks. Again, we're missing out on having a balanced roster. These 2 double vaccines are doing nothing here. If we actually had another data type with us, filling up the slot, whether it be Butters or someone else, we would of course be able to take this guy down much faster because we wouldn't have an extra 0.5 times debuff in the fight. But anyway, here we go. And that will be him downs. I think that was Rena making that noise. I don't think it was any of our Digimon. So McBug goes up 4 levels, so he's getting there slowly. We will definitely incorporate him into the party as soon as we can. Parallel World IC card. So I guess the game is kind of trying to sell it as the reason these areas are very similar to ones we have already experienced in the game is because obviously we have... Can we actually get through here just now? Or no, we have to swing around to that behind later on as we did before. Because we have been to this area before... Wow, this is a change of pace in terms of what we're fighting against. Alright, let's do this because McBug actually needed the XP. We are in a parallel universe and therefore we have done this area before but not in this dimension, which is why things are a little bit different, I guess. Let's actually just make Puddles Guard here because honestly I'm not too fussed. Venom Infusion is probably enough to kill one of these guys, hopefully. Yep, 362, so that's him down. And we are going to have to take a couple more hits off these guys, but nothing we can't handle, I am sure. Alright, that is us, donezo. Now what we really need to do is... Oh wait, this guy's still alive at the end. I completely forgot to get about him. Let's finish him off. What we need to do is as soon as this fight ends, guys, so that I don't forget, is we're going to actually change one of Puddles' moves around. Now, I don't think we're going to change it to anything massively impactful, but as of just now, she just has too many healing spells on her to make it worthwhile. So if we actually get the option to... No, we don't. Let's just do it from here. So if we go into our Digimon, go into settings, go into Puddles... And I think what we will get rid of is probably X-Aura, excuse me, because we already have her ultimate, which is a massive AoE heal. So X-Aura really doesn't fit into our strategy anywhere because we have a much better one, meaning that we would never use that one. So we could give Puddles Heaven's Thunder. That's a magic attack, which is good because obviously, yeah, I think that's the only one we can pick. Maybe something better will come across, or something will turn up better for Puddles that she can utilise later. But for now, that's just going to be an extra point of strategy, if you like. Now, as much as I love grinding out the XP for these guys, I don't want to fight them again, because honestly, it's a really boring battle when we have no AoE on Chuck. Again, Chuck is another one that we could play about with, but I'm not too fussed, honestly, because I don't expect us to be in this area for too long. What we maybe could do is, one of you guys keep pointing out that we can... reduce our encounter rate by pushing square and using one of these abilities. If you come down here, I actually didn't know this for a long time, but we can actually use high security, which eliminates encounters. Now, we didn't have that before, and we can run about without banging it into other Digimon, which is usually, or would be, a pretty useful skill, but we also need to be kind of grinding up some of our Digimon as well, and I also want to encounter new Digimon that we might not have seen in this area before, right? So, for now, I will leave that on. Down in this little spot again, we've got a Wi-Fi point which we could access, but honestly I'm not too fussed. The train carriage is here again, so I'm guessing that we go up here and we bang into this globe, as we do. And it is just a Gigadramon. Was it Gigadramon last time, or was it Megadramon? I think it might have been Megadramon. We should have absolutely no problem against this guy because Puddles and Charlie are extremely strong. In fact, a basic attack is probably going to be enough. Yeah, get him a zone, bitch. Dunzo. Puddles being extra small. The only thing that worries me, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, is that Puddles' HP is extremely low. She is hella squishy. And I'm thinking that at some point that will probably come to bite us in the butt, especially when we run into boss battles, okay? Because obviously my biggest fear is that with the boss battles, normally they have like a massive amount of speed, and if they go first and Puddles isn't prepared, she will probably just get one shot. So as we were in this area last time, we banged into the boss up ahead, which, yeah, it looks like that's exactly what's happening here. Who do we have? Now, they told us at the end of the last episode when we were talking to Rena and Vmon what this guy's name actually was, but I can't remember. He's looking a bit ominous. I recognise his face, but I don't recognise what his name is, as with a lot of these Digimon. Let's just fire at a save file here and challenge this guy. Hopefully he won't be too strong. Do we want to swap around anybody in our party just yet? I think we should probably slide Phil in here somewhere. Maybe instead of Puddles. Let's do this for now. We might end up shuffling this once we go into the battle, but I think this will be more than fine. Let's chat to this guy. He's looking a bit old, a little bit evil. Alright. I finally found you. How dare you, punk? Okay, let's make short work of this creep. So Reina's ready to smash this guy's lights out. Return my power to me, Barbamon. I guess that's his name. He's got an excellent beard. And I like his poncho as well. That looks hella cozy. With the power I stole from you, I will conquer this world as a super duper extra deadly. I can't believe that is his line. Super duper extra deadly Digimon. I guess this guy thinks that he's got all the swag. What about it? If you work for me, a quarter of the world will. This is my chance. Reina looks like she's got something up her. Wait a minute. What's going on right now? Alright, so Reina's not got time to wait for Digimon. She just fucking fly kicks this guy right in the face. I kind of like that, because far too often in games the enemy gets a big monologue in which he's ready to kick your ass and take over the digital world and all that bullshit. But Reina's just like, nah, I ain't got time for that. Fly kick to the face. Here we go. Surprise attacks are hardly fair. Wait, he's just running away? What the fuck? So, obviously from the last time these guys fought Barbamon, they must have gave him a massive doing, because they're fairly confident in fighting him. Now, as I cast my eyes across to the side and we see our turn list here, Barbamon looks like he's going to get one turn every now and then, but not too often. What can we actually do here? So he is virus type, which makes me think this fight might go a little bit easier than we expected. But I can't get too much into that. I have no idea what this guy's going to do. He looks like he's got a massive amount of HP, so I think on Chuck's turn, what we're going to do is I think we're going to try and poison him. Now, this never works, but sometimes it does. I'm going to try it anyway. No. So when Chuck's turn rolls back around again, we're going to make sure that he's swapped out for one of our other, in this case it will be Puddles, our other vaccine type. Now, Charlie is really, really strong, so what we're going to do is we're going to attack charge field all of our guys. Now, because Charlie and Chuck's going to get subbed out in a minute anyway. Magic binge, what is this going to do? Right, okay, so his intelligence goes way, way up and everything else goes down. Alright, that kind of worries me. So this guy's going to lose a lot of his turns before he comes back around, which is kind of scary. I think on Charlie's turn... What do we do here? Charlie can't do anything really. He's super effective, right? But I think we should also need to start swapping out Puddles. Now, this might be a mistake, but I'm going to do this just now and see how we get on. Now, Puddles has lost her buff, obviously. Veemon's going to headbutt this guy for a very small amount of damage. I'm then going to make Phil do his acceleration boost here. I'm scared that we don't have any sort of Digimon that can raise our magic resistance. Again, I'm wishing that that Puddles had some sort of buff. Let's use Strike of the 7 Stars on this guy and see how much we can actually take him down. We get one critical, but he does have an enormous amount of HP. Yeah, again, like Puddles, not doing too much. I think we're going to put some buffs out here. If this guy's going to use a magic damage spell, we want to have high intelligence to basically protect us from that. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure what I want to be doing here. We could put a straight up attack boost on Phil. I think we're going to do that and just try and, again, do our strategy of buffing Phil up big time and then making him count. So now that this attack's going to be buffed, we're going to use Great Tornado, Death Pen, double damage. This guy's got a debuff on his defense, so, well, not that would count. 2,655 is really, really welcome. How much damage this guy's going to do, I have no idea. Let's use Heaven's Thunder on him, I think. Could we put him to sleep? Most likely not, but we're going to try it anyway. Again, if the poison didn't work with Chuck, it was highly unlikely that was going to work, but I had to try it anyway. Holy Light we'll use on him as well. And then after this, Veemon's going to go and we're going to find out exactly what it is that this guy does. Now, I'm really scared because he has slowed himself right down, which typically makes me think that when he attacks us, it's actually going to hurt. So here we go. Pandemonium lost. Oh, God. So that actually wasn't too bad. Oh, he heals for a massive amount. That's why. Okay, so I was looking at the damage there and I was like, oh, we actually handled that pretty well, but he healed for quite a lot as well. So for now, let's just keep pushing damage with Charlie and Phil, and then when we need to heal with Puddles, that's exactly what we're going to do. So, in fact, Great Tornado, I've said this already during this fight, but Great Tornado is going to do Death Pen anyway, so whatever this guy's defense is, it doesn't matter too much. We do get the combo, so this should be really good. Yeah, 4,000 damage with Phil. That is absolutely broken. Alright, Holy Light, we will push, and then we get lots of turns in a row with Marine, Angemon, and Charlie here. This is pretty good. So Puddles, you're up, and unfortunately, yeah, Unfortunately, her intelligence is debuffed, so this is going to do less damage than normal. 39, wow, that actually really sucks. I don't know how much that debuff actually does to us, like how much it pulls us down. So Charlie misses, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Puddles is back up again. Let's use Heaven's Thunder this time. I think this guy's going to be put away anytime soon. Fill is up, and we're not going to spend our time buffing. We're actually just going to use Great Tornado again while our buffs are on. 1000 damage is pretty good. Speed Charge Field is extremely welcome. I kind of wish Vmon had used that a lot sooner. Now, when this guy rolls back around, he's going to use his big ability, I would expect, which is going to heal him. But he's so low at this point, I don't think we have to be that scared. Here we go. So yeah, because we are all vaccine type, we take very little damage. Now, with Puddles, we're going to go into here, and in fact, let's just completely restore all of Phil's CP. Seeing as he is our main hitter, right? When we can't proc poison, and we can't do a lot of damage with Puddles, and even Charlie is more of a healer than a full-on damage guy, Phil is going to have to do all of the damage. So when we use the Death Pen abilities on these kind of bosses, I'm not too fussed about it, because honestly, we are playing the game on hard mode, and I feel like we can use all the tools we have available to us. I'm not really here to mess about and get thrashed around just for the sake of making this like a more even fight, if you like. I like the challenge of having like a really tense boss battle, but at the same time, if we can finish this guy off as fast as possible, then I'm down for that. Here we go. So he waits his turn, and it looks like we have more than enough turns to kill this guy. We get another speed buff, which is kind of cool. This guy doesn't have much of a chance. Holy Light will do enough damage. Then it'll go Puddles. Then it'll go back to Charlie, and I think we should be able to kill this guy very, very soon. We get the crit off, which is nice. We're going to do negative damage. In fact, the debuff on Puddles is wore off, so let's see how much damage it does this time. 42. Oh, Puddles, you're so sweet. Strike of the 7 stars. Seems like a good ability to use here. We actually do get the ×3 on this guy because he is obviously Dark Virus, which is really, really nice for Charlie. Can we finish him off with the Terra Force? Is that just pushing the bolt out a little bit? This might not be enough, but kind of makes sense to... yeah, there we go. So Phil super carries that fight really, really hard. The whole team is on his back at this point. Have a look at this, fellas. So we have 6,500 XP, which is really, really nice. We get the 27,000 yen, which, I mean, you know, we're going to have fucking cash for days if we didn't already. And most importantly, we get the Memory Up DX, which is really, 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 really nice. So here we go. I'm interested to see how much McBug goes up here. So he goes up 3. Pretty sick indeed. Unfortunately, he didn't get to play about in that fight a little bit. We haven't been able to fully use McBug, but he will get his turn, I would expect. Barbamon's hating life at the moment. That power is me and Vivi's blood, sweat and tears, so it looked like this guy's actually sapped off Vmon, which is kind of funny. Alright, I'll get my power back, says Vivi. Here we go. Digivolution time, I guess. There he is. Barbamon is absolutely bricking himself at this point. I am Ultra Force Vdramon. Are you surprised? Not really. I mean, we kind of expected that if you were Vmon, you were gonna, you know how it goes. We've also seen you in Next Order, which is technically, yeah, it was in the future when this game came out, but now it's in the past. Who knows? We're in a different dimension, traveling around time. Ray of Victory, Spray of History. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, dude, I have no idea what just happened. To be done in such triteness. No, Barbamon. If it wasn't enough that Barbamon was just getting his ass kicked around the place, obviously these guys are messing about as well, which is the maximum amount of disrespect. Oh, so cold. Just like that, we pull him down. At least remember the names of the moves. You're always so random. Ultra Force Vmon is feeling that his style is being firmly cramped at the moment. Rena. Well, whatever, we won. True. Dude, she didn't even have a drop of... Wait a minute. Didn't we just knock this guy the fuck out? Remember me, I'll be back again and again, and and then he kind of got... yeah, dude, he is fucked. Well, at least the game's got a sense of humour. Rena did not look like she gave a shit about that fight. She is hella strong. You really helped out a lot. And so, yeah, here's who you wanted to meet. Ultra Force Vdramon, also known as VV. Yeah, we'll just call him Ultra Force Vdramon. I mean, that's absolutely fine for us. So let's see. Your world is in terrible danger. I understand. Now it's my turn to help you. I know. See you later, Vivi. So it looks like Rina's not coming with us, which honestly I'm not too upset about. But Ultra Force Vmon is going to follow us back to our own universe, I guess. Did you fulfill your objective, Wolfie? I'll open the entrance and come on back then, says Miri, a voice from the shadows. Miri sounds very, very, like, creepy when she speaks to us through the dimension gate or whatever. I swear I'll come back. I will be back, says Ultra Force Vmon. Alright, nice. And there we go. These guys part ways for now. I'm guessing we'll see Rina at some point again soon, probably in Hacker's memory. Welcome home, says Miri. You now have the power to oppose Kentaurosmon. We should thank Rina, or Shino, blah blah blah, whatever her name is. Have to thank the pretty girl. As a thank you, give her all my money. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Man, honeydew melon sure would hit the spot. Anything sweet would do. Slurp. How the fuck did Rina just turn up again? I came with you. What do you mean you kinda came with us? What about the emotional farewell? My tears are all meaningless now. Yeah, Rina's just like, yeah, I was kind of bored in the other dimension after I'd just come through or whatever. As you do. She really took it to the extreme, says Miri. To throw one's body into a crack in space-time. Yeah, that's not your average Saturday night. What works, or is there a problem? Whether it's a problem or not depends on how you take this. One of the rules traversing dimension space-time is no bodies. Okay, if you say so. As always, the game kind of likes to fill us in with all this kind of expansive dialogue that we're not really that fussed about, but you know. What, really? I'm a Digimon now? What about my cute bod? My pretty bod? Alright, so... yeah. That's enough about that, Rina. We don't really want to talk about your body at this point. If you want to return, please let me know. I'll send you back. Yeah, I mean, can you ask us if you want to send her back? Because we have the answer to that already. Did I? I don't remember. It may have been one of the Maze from a parallel world. Worlds where I didn't didn't say it, unfortunately. So Miri with the BM here. I'd be careful, Miri. Although she does have the big solid Angie Woman / Lady Devimon Digifuse. Here we go. Do I know these two, you ask? I do. Casual acquaintances, you could say, from another world. Alright. I don't want to know what you guys have been up to in your spare time. It certainly is impossible to ask Rina to be composed. She can't stand still for 3 seconds at absolute maximum. Or she can stand at absolute maximum. But I'm still really glad she's here. Wolfie, let's stop that rampaging beast. When it comes to speed, I won't be beaten. Alright, sure thing. So we're actually going to get to see this guy in action. Now, where we are actually going, I'm not sure. Let's see. You have some powerful allies. I trust you put up quite a fight. Kentaurosmon has yet to strike, so go to the Eden Free area before he does. Alright, so it looks like it's time to actually fight against this guy, and as we're very, very early in the episode, we have more than enough time to be fighting him as well. Let's just set our farms to be doing stuff, because I actually didn't know they were done so. So we'll put them on to do their training session, I think. Okay, there's no Digimon on that island, so I guess we could stick guys on there to make sure that they're doing stuff as well. Maybe even like searching or something, but I'm honestly not that fussed. Let's just leave that for now. The question is, do we want to be taking other Digimon with us? Now, one thing we can actually check just now, and maybe not if... yeah, Yin and Yang are still in their small forms. But I think that when we Digivolve them, they should have... oh, mate, oh, it's going to be so close. I think they need 80 ABI. Let's actually just Digivolve them right now. Oh no, that's not even possible. They have to be level 30 anyway. Alright, that answers that question. Now, Banjo Leomon, we brought you around because we were going to fuse you with... it was actually our Happy Gilmon. Let's have a look at this real quick. What am I doing? Happy Gilmon, here we go. So, he needs 255 AD anyway, which he is very, very close to, but obviously the HP attack chip down the bottom is buffing his attack to make it look stronger than it is. So we will come back to that at some point. Charlie is strong enough. Chuck is really good. Alphonse is still in his small mode. He can't Digivolve yet, so we will have to leave him. Phil is hella strong. And Puddles, you're okay as well. Now, McBug is only level 22, so I'm kind of nervous about this. But what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to head across to the Eden Free area and actually fight this guy and see how we go on. Now, I'm not sure what type of Digimon Kentaurosmon is. I don't even think we can look it up, so let's check the manual real quick. We'll search for him. CFG in here. G to G. Wait, I don't know why that exists. So, Here he is here, but we can't actually click on him because we haven't had him and we haven't fought against him. So we're just going to have to face check him the hard way and see how we actually get on in this fight. Kyoko's chilling here. I don't know if she wants to even know. Yeah. We were actually traveling dimensions, Kyoko, but you don't need to know about that. Here we go. Maybe I should have altered my party before we actually go straight to the free area, because if we land in this spot and we get hit with a cutscene, then I won't be able to rearrange the party members. Okay, so we actually get some time here. So, again, we probably need to swap this around a little bit. So let's bring in Chuck to the start of the fight, just on the off chance. We'll keep Charlie and Phil and McBug. Not quite strong enough. Who knows if this is going to be our downfall in this fight, but I'm hoping that we can handle it. Let's shut up and stop with the talking. Gekomon, what's up, buddy? And there's nothing else in here for us to pick up. Where are we actually going? This is the free area, right? Here we go. So it's just to the end. Kentaurosmon is still hanging about in this spot from where we left him earlier. He's obviously not been up to much. We've been beating his friends. We've been acquiring other Royal Knights. We've even had time to travel through parallel universes. And yet this guy's just been jacking off over here. I don't really know. Worthless human, you bothered coming back. Yeah, and we brought back up as well, by the way. So you're the helper. Very well. It only makes you more worthy of destruction. Yeah, let's see. Rena seems like she's pretty calm at this point. It triggers my impulse, break, destroy, shatter, roar. Well, this guy obviously is throwing his dick about a little bit too much. We're going to have to put him in his place. In cyberspace, so too is the real world. Foolish humans, your destruction is all that I seek. Dude, why you gotta be so intense, man? You obnoxious little brat. If you think you can stop me, go ahead and try. And here's Rena, not giving a single fuck. Which is absolutely hilarious. Wait a minute. Here we go. So it looks like Kentaurosmon was actually running away, but I guess he's just getting in position to fight us. Here we go. Let's see how we get on against this guy. So we get an extra intense entrance to this battle, which is a lot more different than usual. And we're actually flying through the sky of Eden, which makes me think this is a really, really important boss battle. Chuck takes a massive amount of damage because he is vaccine, or he is virus, so this guy must be vaccine. Chuck hits the fan immediately, which really, really sucks. So we're going to have to swap some party members around. Puddles, I think we have to bring you out and see how we get on here. Now, he's going to get another turn, and I'm kind of scared, but there's not a lot we can do. Mental Break Field is going to debuff Puddles and Charlie, which is really, really shitty. Alright, how are we going to recuperate from this fight? Because this guy looks like he gets a massive amount of turns. Now, I'm hoping that when Ultra Force Vidramon gets his turn, he might actually buff our attack field, but I don't know if he will or not. Now, if I use this on everyone, it's not really going to be that good because Puddles and Charlie, yeah, they're not going to benefit from this at all. So I think what we do is we just accelerate boost Phil and try and keep him alive with the other guys. We could just be doing double damage with this guy, but I'm more inclined to try and do this in the chance that we get like a combo or something like that. And also we save a bit of SB doing this too. So he's going to mental break us again, which means Puddles and Charlie are going to do like negative damage against this guy. Do we try and attack with Charlie? Well, Phil's actually up next, so let's actually try and do some buffs here. So we could attack boost Phil, or we could speed boost him. Let's try and speed boost Phil and try and get some more turns in here if possible. Now this might not matter too much, but we're going to try it anyway. Again, we're missing out because Odin's Breath. This is his big ability, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, and Phil got put to sleep. Shit! I didn't expect this. Alright, Shining Laser times 3 is going to do massive damage. And now I'm really wishing that it was actually Puddles' turn. Charlie, you're going to have to heal someone, but I don't know who. We risk... Oh, and did Phil lose his buff as well? Dude, that sucks. I guess it was just a mini one. Now, we could heal with Charlie. I think that's the safe thing to do, but then Puddles is going to be up soon, and honestly, it kind of annoys me because now Puddles' turn, I feel, is going to be wasted. Maybe not, actually. 1000 HP didn't actually heal Phil for that much because he has so much. Biofrost hits Puddles, which is fine. Now we can actually use Ocean's Love to our advantage because this is going to remove all of our debuffs as well as healers, I believe. Is that how that works? No, it didn't actually remove the debuffs. Wait, what? I don't even know how that skill works. I need to look into it a bit more. Now, Charlie is not going to be strong against this guy. We have no data types, guys, and it absolutely sucks, but maybe we're going to have to rethink our strategy if we can't beat this dude to begin with. Let's just attack boost Phil. and hope that this guy doesn't put him to sleep again. We're losing a lot of turns to this homie, and it kind of sucks. So there's another speed break, which really sucks, and it's straight on a fill. So he counters our buff, but let's see. Great Tornado, if ever we needed you to carry us, it was now, my friend, so let's go. 666. Oh, we lost our acceleration boost, that's what it was. Because Phil was asleep. Yeah, because Phil was asleep, he actually missed his opportunity to get the ×2 damage, which is really, really sucky. That's the buff that we missed, and I never even realised it. More debuffs, which just makes our Charlie and Puddles a lot worse. These guys are just going to be continuously supporting Phil, basically. Phil gets one shot, but luckily Charlie is up, so even though that was surprising, we can actually save this situation with a revive. And if Phil doesn't get, like, if he doesn't go down again, we should be able to heal up soon. This is going to hurt. Puddles, very, very close to death. Odin's Breath. This is going to kill Puddles, and it might even kill Phil as well. So Phil withstands. Now, with Charlie, I think what we should do is revive Puddles again, and hope that we get a Puddles turn coming up soon. Yeah. So as long as we survive this, Shining Laser 3, please hit Charlie, please. Alright, so it's the AoE. We're absolutely fine here. Alright, magic. So what we're going to do is we're going to Great Tornado this guy right in the face, and then Puddles, we are going to use the best ultimate of our Digimon career, and be hella glad that we brought this little spider monkey along with us. Look at this. So good. So we basically secure everyone, and Phil gets put in a better spot as well. We're beating him down slowly because of the really, really overpowered death pen ability that Phil has. We just need to keep him alive. Odin's Breath might one-shot Phil here. This looks a bit grim. So Phil goes to sleep, but he's not dead yet, and a speed break lands as well. What I think we might have to do here is use Charlie's turn to use... So what do we do here? Somebody's going to continuously die, unfortunately. We could use a medical spray, which would give back a lot. It would also put Phil in a good spot as well, but he won't get as big a HP heal as Charlie could give him. What do we do here? I think we use this, honestly. Look how much slower we are, unfortunately. Bifrost really, really sucks. Charlie face tanks, and he gets a debuff on his intelligence. Odin's Breath. Here we go. Who's going to sleep this time? Nobody. Alright, nice. And then Puddles swings around again. So, what we need to do is use Ocean's Love again. We'll see if this wakes up Phil. Yeah, it does. Absolutely it does. Excellent. Luckily with the healers here, and like with Charlie's revives and then Puddles' heals, I'm hoping that we can actually manage to get through this fight, because although we are very, very slow and this guy gets like a million turns a second, let's actually try and speed buff Phil here, because he keeps debuffing our speed and it's really, really annoying us. So we need to try and get more turns in here. Charlie was not going to do much DPS anyway, so Bifrost. Fine. I think we might end up losing Puddles before our next turn is up, but honestly, it's all about the Phil. It's all about the big P-Dog. Let's see how we get on. Get him down lower. Luckily, this guy doesn't heal, or at least in the fight so far, he hasn't healed. We lose Puddles. Is this guy going to buff his speed again? Looks like. That sucks, honestly. We're slowly losing more and more turns here. Speed break again. Dude, this guy is so obnoxious. Where has Ultra Force Vedramon been in this? Is he just there to let us simply, like, perform the fight? Because if so, that sucks, man. I was looking for some mad buffs, but it looks like we're not even getting that. This is getting more and more difficult because we're losing all of our turns in between. I think we're going to lose a lot of people here. Mental Break Field is fine because, honestly, it doesn't affect us too much. So when he does that, it's like a pass turn. Regular attack is fine as well. If he's going to use a big attack, we need it to hit Charlie. Yeah, more intelligence debuffs, and even more intelligence debuffs, which means at this point, Charlie and Puddles do 0 damage. Completely and utterly 0 damage. Ocean's Love we will use to just regain everybody's HP back. Now, Puddles doesn't swing back around for a long, long time, so here we go. I'm sad that we've lost our buff, but at the same time, we're very, very close. I think one more of them will do it. One more of those turns will beat this guy. Now, this has been quite a strange fight because we're just kind of, again, we're putting all of our support into Phil and then making sure that he is the one that is able to do the DPS. We obviously have a lot more party members on the bench, but I feel like if we take some turns to swap them out, we're just going to end up losing in the long run anyway. So we're going to res Phil here. And hopefully if we can keep everyone alive for 2 turns here, we should be able to do a max revive, and that will set Phil up to be in the best spot possible to actually win this fight. We need to use SP as well, because I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has enough SP at this point to basically continue to use another Great Tornado, sorry. So when Charlie is up next, we're going to be using all of our SP items that we have on Phil to make sure that he has enough. Charlie takes 1, which is really sad because if he dies now, oh my god, this is a really rough spot to be in. Charlie survives, so Mental Break Field. So we just need to dodge more AoE or another big ability. Mental Break Field, yeah, that's absolutely fine, we can handle that. Now, I think what we do here is rather than actually heal Charlie, we just make sure that Phil has enough SP. So I guess it just makes sense to use a medical spray there, because this will... Oh yeah, we're actually on Ultra Force Vidramon's back. Alright. So here he goes. He's going to buff, then he's probably going to do damage, then he's going to buff again, and then as long as Phil lands his ability, we can kill this guy super easy. The healers, although we couldn't have done this fight without Phil, right? We could not have won this fight without his Death Pen ability. We also couldn't have won this fight without the revives from Charlie and the AoE heals from Puddles as well. So he's not dead yet, but he's very close. In fact, that looks like it's the end of the fight anyway. How do you like that one, Pony Boy? So he's trying to run away, which is just hilarious. Defends, and we got this kind of epic battle. Is this round 2 of the fight? Are we fighting him again? No. Whew. We've kind of got our relaxed music here, which makes me think that for now this point is over, which is extremely satisfying because that fight was starting to annoy me a little bit. It was very slow, and because Phil was the only one doing damage, it kind of made it a bit of a grind more than anything. But we did it. Rena, victory is ours. We did it, Wolfie. We certainly did. How do you feel now? Cool heads raining? Impossible to be able to keep up with my speed. Go on then, do it quickly. Finish me off. I mean, if this was up to me, I totally would, but I don't think the game's going to let us do that. Listen, you've got it all wrong. Didn't I tell you? We've got some long talking to do, so come travel with me for a little while. Vivi and I will be staying in this world for a little while longer. You know, Rena's like, let's just meet up, we'll get pizza, we'll chill out, we'll talk over all of your psychotic tendencies to destroy our world. We can sweep that cleanly under the rug. Let's see. It doesn't look like Kentaurosmon is down for that. It seems you've only seen the bad side of humans. You can't think that we're all like that. Yeah, dude, this guy is a major racist. If indeed it is a misunderstanding, that is. So Kentaurosmon looks like he's starting to be swung around. Alright, I'll go along for the sake of your optimism. So I guess because we're so fast, he is slightly convinced, other than the fact that we just obviously were about to execute him. He's going to decide to just go along with Rena. Now, personally, I would have just took the execution, but this guy obviously wants to live on. Don't interrupt, that's rude, says Kentaurosmon. We're leaving now. Way up, Rena. Okay, if you need our power, call us whenever. Alright, well thanks for that, bro. All you did was let us fly about in your back, and as much as we appreciate that, we would have also liked a little speed buff here and there. You could have threw that in, but anyways. Rena and Kentaurosmon, they just kind of trundle off together. Who knows what they're getting up to. But it looks like that Kentaurosmon isn't our ally. Whatever, I better get back to the agency. The point is, he's no longer there to mess up our plans. Now, just off the cuff, before we start talking to old Kyoks here, I'm thinking that, see if the Royal Knights actually just, instead of fighting us one at a time, just teamed up and fought us all together, we would not have a fucking chance in hell. But as always, as with the most narratives of all these video games that we love, they are not clever enough to fight us all at once. They fight us one at a time, and therefore we get the better of them. It just seems like these guys don't have their brains firmly clued in, but anyways. Here we are. What's Kyoko saying to it? He's just running around and isn't causing any damage. Maybe he's trying to clear his head. So obviously Kentaurosmon, although he doesn't decide to join us, he's not really doing that much to basically make us have a hard time either. So as for Rena, I have no questions to ask about her. No, dude, you don't want it. You don't even want to know anything about her. In any event, Ultra Force Vidramon has unparalleled fighting power. We must thank Miri. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank Miri. It wasn't us that travelled to the other dimension. It was she just. Anyways, why are you looking so meh? Are you thinking she won't get my coffee? It's been a secret up until now, but she understands my creative energies, and in fact she even helps me focus them. Dude, does that mean that Miri is to blame for all your shite caffeine? Because If so, we're going to need to sort her out as well. One of my 4 masterpieces was her idea. The bonito broth and balsamic vinegar blend. Yeah, I don't really want to know anything about that. But we do it, guys. We actually take down yet another one of these Royal Knight Fools, which feels good. Our Royal Knight allies are coming along as well, but Leopardmon must be aware of our actions. Don't let your guard down. Seems like Leopardmon is going to be the next person we fight against. A call from Date. Detective, one of those monsters has shown up in Asakusa. We don't have the men to deal with this. Go and check it out for me, thanks. And then she just hangs up. Yeah, sure, okay. Case request. Cool, cool. If that monster, if an eater has appeared, then maybe conditions have changed. And we have to go down to Asakuya. Now, before we head on, guys, I'm just going to open the Digiline real quick because it's doing my nuts in. Yeah, I don't really have time for that, guys. In kind of review of today's episode, before we wrap up, looking at our party, I wish McBug was in a stronger position because he would have been a lot more useful in that fight. I also wish that we had maybe used Happy a little bit more, because although he would have got one-shot by Kentaurosmon, like realistically, we couldn't have brought him out at the start of the fight. His speed buff field would have been so much useful, or it would have been a lot more useful than not being able to use it at all, because it would have just given us a lot more turns, and when we have more turns, we can obviously do more buffing, more healing, etc, etc, and it makes the fight so much easier. So I want to basically be utilising that a bit more in the future, and if we can pick up any more guard or field buffs, not guard buffs, if we can pick up any more field buffs, it would obviously be massive. Phil already has his attack field buff, and I think we have one other Digimon, maybe it's Chuck or something. I think he's got a debuff or whatever, but we need to be picking more of those up. McBug needs to get an like levels up ASAP, and we also need to find ourselves a decent data Digimon, because that fight went it went a lot harder than I feel like it was needing to be, because we didn't have the data Digimon that we needed. So with all that rubbish being said, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be heading down to Asakuya. We're going to meet up with Date, and we're going to fight whoever's down there. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.